Stress, one of the leading causes of depression, sadness, and even anger. But can it also be good? Just sit back for a minute, let me talk, and you listen.
MTYL.
So, what exactly is stress? The textbook definition of stress is pressure or tension exerted on a material object. And sure, that makes sense if we're talking about physics or engineering or like bending a piece of metal until it snaps. But humans aren't material objects, and stress doesn't just come from physical pressure. Stress can come from literally anything. It can be something small, like your mom forgetting an item while you're already in line checking out at the store, and now you're standing there awkwardly pretending you're not annoyed while the cashier waits. Or it can be something huge, like you killed someone and you're scared you're gonna get caught. For YouTube policy reasons, that is a joke, guys. That is a joke. But you get what I'm saying. Stress doesn't have a size requirement. It doesn't need you to be serious enough. If your brain decides something matters, it matters. And that pressure shows up whether you asked for it or not. You also can't define what stress does to a person. For some people, stress is devastating. It puts them in a hole that they don't exactly know how to get out of. It drains their energy, messes with their sleep, and make even basic tasks feel impossible. For others, stress does the opposite. It can light a fire. It can motivate them to finish on time, to push a little harder, to squeeze out a small win when they need it the most. And here's the thing, neither reaction is wrong. No matter who you are, stress takes a toll on everybody. Maybe it's a small toll. Your thoughts start racing, you can't focus, your patience gets thinner. Or maybe it's a large one. You're lying awake at night, staring at the ceiling, replaying the same thoughts over and over again, knowing you're tired but unable to sleep. Stress affects every single one of us differently. So you might be wondering, okay, well, how do I deal with the stress in a healthy way? And to be honest, I don't know. Well, not for you at least. Everyone handles stress differently, and anyone who claims to have the perfect answer is probably lying. But there is one recommendation I think applies to everyone. Don't bottle it up. Listen, I know it's cliche. Everyone says it. But seriously, if you're stressed about something, just try to talk to someone about it. Not because they're going to magically fix it, but because sometimes it just feels good to be heard, to say something out loud and realize it doesn't sound as scary as it did in your head. For me personally, the best way I handle stress is taking life one day at a time. I try not to worry about stuff that's months away, or weeks away, or even days away. I take life day by day. And doing that has helped me actually enjoy what's in front of me, instead of constantly looking past it and stressing about what's ahead. I'm not saying don't plan, okay? Planning is important, especially with things like finances, deadlines, or responsibilities that actually matter. Planning can also remove stress. What I'm saying is don't let the future steal the present, because what's the number one piece of advice older people always give? I wish I wouldn't have taken life for granted, and I couldn't agree more. A lot of that regret comes from worrying so much about what's next that they forgot to live in what was. They were so focused on where they were going that they missed where they already were. Or maybe it's just the art of nostalgia. Video on that coming soon, okay? Maybe. But let's dive a little deeper into the benefits and tolls of stress. The benefits of stress can be exponential if you use it as a resource instead of a deterrent. Stress can motivate someone to hit a deadline. It can force action when comfort would normally lead to procrastination. And if I'm being honest, some of us, including myself, procrastinate indefinitely until there's no time left. And then the stress hits. Suddenly, you're locked in. It could be a 10-page essay due at 11:59 p.m. and it's currently 10:30. And somehow, magically that essay will get done by 11:59. Not because you suddenly became disciplined, but because the stress of failing or disappointing someone or falling behind kicks your brain into survival mode. Stress, in that moment, becomes feel. But on the opposite side of things, the toll of stress can be devastating. It can strip motivation away entirely. It can make even simple tasks feel overwhelming. Things you know you need to do suddenly feel impossible. Stress can also leak out sideways. You start snapping at people who don't deserve it. You take out anger on the ones who actually want to see you succeed. And sometimes you don't even realize what you're doing until after the damage is done. Stress is dangerous if it isn't handled properly. It can push people to give up. It can destroy mental health. And in extreme cases, it can even cost lives. On average, around 162,000 people die each year from strokes, with stress being one of the leading causes. Stress is also one of the leading contributors to depression, not just in young people, but in everyone. It doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care how strong you think you are. In the end, stress can be a killer, but it can also be a motivator. It all depends on whether you choose to use it like a tool or like a brick tied to your feet, dragging you down every step of the way. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to conclude the video. If you liked it and want to see more stuff like this in the future, make sure to like and subscribe. My next video is going to be on the art of anxiety. Other than that, thanks for listening. Until next time, MTYL.